Namaste, my beautiful collective. I am doing a reading tonight for the full moon on Wednesday, which is moon in Aries, super moon. It's going to be a very powerful moon. And also, Pluto has gone direct in Capricorn, where it was retrograde for most of the year. And it's going back into Aquarius before the holidays. And I had a couple of clients this morning, and one of the things I said to I had 4 clients. The third client I had, we were in a conversation and I said something to the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And that stuck with me all day after I said that. And I had to do errands around noontime, and I had a few more readings I had to finish up in the afternoon. And it just kept sticking in my mind, and I'm like, I got to do a reading. I'm going to do a reading tonight. Somebody needs to hear this message. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I feel like this is some kind of a power thing. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but if this has some kind of meaning to you right now, know that, maybe you should read this reading. And I've tried to do this reading 4 times. My phone fell over. My music fell off the chair. I had all kinds of stuff set up, and I always keep like a little stool next to me. So I have everything that I need right there, and it was one thing after another. So I think we're getting through this one. I'm looking at the clock. If I'm a little backed up over here, I'm not close to the table. I'm just kind of watching what's going on. And, like we see all these, at least in the U.S., we see all this crazy stuff going on in Hollywood right now, all this exposure. We see it in politics. We see all kinds of storms. There's a million things hitting us every day. And a lot of stuff is meant to be a distraction. So you have to really use discernment with that stuff. But what I get is some big shocking things are coming out that's going to kind of blow your mind. If they haven't already, but I feel like it's even more intense. It's just going to be like, by the end of the year, we're all going to be like, are you kidding me? Like, mind-boggling, mind-blowing. You're going to have to wrap your head around it, and it's going to take some time. With the full moon next week, the energies are going to be pretty heavy on Wednesday. You're going to start to feel it maybe Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then by the end of the day on Thursday or Friday, the energy will be a little bit lighter. But Wednesday might be one of those days. It depends on what your placements are, where Aries is in your chart. So if you look that up, you can see what areas it's probably affecting you in. But it's a supermoon, so it's going to be very powerful. So let's go ahead and get some cards. We're going to get 7 cards down, and then we'll clarify each card for an answer. If my dog would stop tap dancing across the floor. Let's see. Okay, one more shuffle. Angel, Spirit Guides, please tell us what we need to know tonight, okay? So we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. So some wish of yours in the past was not fulfilled in some way. I think you wanted it, but whatever it was, it just didn't happen. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So after that wish, you did come into some financial abundance, or you felt very comfortable. You weren't worried whether this wish came true or not. That's kind of what I get. And then we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So you're just coming out of an energy of freeing yourself from some kind of bondage. But you are free. You freed yourself, or you're freeing yourself. Some kind of situation that held you back, kept you tied down in some way. And then we have the Star. So presently, you're receiving a wish fulfillment. Just trying to make sure the camera is still going. So there's a wish fulfillment here. It's happening presently or is about to happen. It could be the full moon bringing this in as well. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I'm hoping this isn't your wish fulfillment, because when I see the Knight of Wands upright, they're very passionate. They might have an ego, very fiery. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy doesn't have to be typically a male energy that moves fast. They come on strong. But this is a reverse, so this is your typical player. So they might have some kind of involvement in your wish. Take it how it resonates. It's all energy, male, female, whatever you resonate with. But it might interfere with your star, your wish fulfillment, or they might bring it in, but you still have to be wary of this person. And then we have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So the slowest moving knight in the deck, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, doesn't have to be. And I get from that these two might not get along. This might be an ex and a new person, or a ex and a new, you know what I mean? A new love coming in. Or take it how it resonates. Could be two people in your life. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is happiness, enjoyment, pleasure, happy home life, that kind of thing. So this wish is going to bring you some kind of a happy home life and some kind of a celebration in some way. So let's shuffle and see if we can get a clarifying card on each of these cards to see if we can get a little bit more of a story here. Angel Spirit guys, what can you tell me about this the Nine of Cups in reverse? Do one more. Has to do with some kind of creative project that might not have panned out for you. It was a new beginning, some kind of creativity thing that kind of set you back in some way or crushed your dreams. You recovered okay from it somehow, but, it still kind of maybe hindered you a little bit. But this wish fulfillment's coming up in the future. All right, so for the Ten of Pentacles, which is a good card, we'll clarify it anyway. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles, Angel Spirit Guides. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy could be a young person, somebody keeping an eye on you that cannot be trusted or cannot be trusted with money, so be careful. But they are watching you like a hawk. This could be somebody that's wealthy that sent somebody to keep an eye on you as well, or it could be just some random person watching you. And I'm not saying they have bad intentions, but they don't have really good intentions. It might be for gossip, and it might be to talk about you. It might be maybe they're, looking at your social media and they have things to say. And a lot of times we don't realize, some of us look for the best in people, at least I do. And I've had longtime friends and people that I've loved, and I've also had short-term, and I've met people that I've met 2 weeks ago that are the most genuine people in the world, but I've known people for 20, 30 years, my whole life sometimes, that are the most disingenuous people. But sometimes if it's family or a close friend, you try to look up for the best in them, and you don't cut them off. And every now and then, you have to kind of do a cleansing transformation, because these people will drag you down into their energy, and be very careful about the company you keep. I don't know where that just came from. So this could be a friend that kind of watches you. They might envy that you're doing okay, even though you didn't make your dreams. Little do they know that you have the star coming in the future. And another thing I can tell you, and it's just, built on life experience more than psychic psychic abilities is never tell people when you have big plans that you're really excited about unless they're very, very close loved ones that you know you can trust. Don't announce these things to the world because there are people that don't have your best interest in heart and they want to see you fail. Regardless of who you are, whether you're, quiet, you don't say much, or you're, on social media all the time, or, it doesn't matter your income level or anything. There's always people that are going to be jealous people. They're like demonic. They're what we call toxic, negative energy vampires. So be very careful about them. And that's what I get from this card. That's why I'm saying this. So watch out for energy vampires, especially right now. The veil is very thin. And, these people, sometimes they're influenced by dark matter, dark spirits, whatever you want to call it, whatever your belief system is. All right, let's do the Eight of Swords in reverse. See what we come up for that energy. What can you tell me about that card? What will clarify it? The Seven of Wands. So a lot of hard work. This could have to do with career. Also, kind of holding your own in a situation. You've had to defend yourself in some way, I get. But I also get work hard. But you see these flowers blooming out of the end of his weapon here? That means there's growth. There's some kind of beauty and beautiful things coming in the future. So, because you freed yourself, you don't have to hold your own anymore. Things are going to work out. You're going to be able to not be so defensive. You're going to be able to use love and beauty to explain yourself or create things. Create the life you want. So let's see what the Star, what's the clarifying card for the Star? We have the Nine of Pentacles. So some kind of wealth. You might be alone. You either might be a lone wolf or you might be like me, an empty nester. But your finances are going to grow. You have plenty of whatever you need, or you will be very comfortable in the immediate future, or now you are. It's going to bring you in wealth and prosperity and just comfort. And knowing that you can make it without anybody else. Independence in some way, I get. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Tell me about this Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Again, another sword, negative energy. Maybe gossip, envy, envious of your prosperity, your comfort, your wish fulfillment. This could also be a third party that's jealous of you in some way because of a romance. Or they're the third party and you're doing it on your own and they know they can't. They have to have somebody in their life to help them. They're dependent on others. They can't survive on their own. But you can, whoever you are. Doesn't matter. Take it how it resonates. It's all energy. But Queen of Swords upright is all about injustice. This person likes to create injustice. Queen of Swords upright, justice. Queen of Swords reverse, injustice, dark energy, gossip, slander, jealousy, very cold, nasty words, criticism, backhanded compliments, that kind of thing. So be careful of that energy. Get away from it if you can. They also may be being exposed. So for the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, what do we have? We have the Five of Cups. So leaving something behind, you might have left this person behind. Five of Cups, or disappointment in love in some way that you might have had with this Pentacle, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Or this Knight of Wands, but there was some kind of disappointment in love. But you see how this outcome card, we still haven't clarified that yet. Because that's happiness, love, happy home life, celebration. So let's see. And you can also do it on your own. But you might be feeling sad right now and in the near future a little. You know, about a loss. Maybe somebody wasn't who you thought they were. I get that kind of stuff. Get that energy coming up. Somebody that you thought highly of isn't the person you thought they were. All right, final card. The Moon. So something, to me, it's the energy of the Moon is this happiness is going to come in with the Moon. The Moon is going to bring you some kind of Four of Wands energy, celebration, happiness. Maybe you're doing some fall festivities. You know, I get that kind of energy with the flames and the cemetery. You know, maybe some kind of Halloween party or some kind of fun is coming in for you. I definitely get a wish fulfillment presently or in the immediate future for you. And those are the two biggest things. You have a lot of prosperity coming in for you, but don't let these reverse swords people, the Queen of Swords in reverse or the Page of Swords in reverse, or any of these people, these knights reverse. Just, you got to kind of get out of their energy, even if you have to be alone. And this talks about being alone for a little bit. Because all the exposure is coming out. And the Moon also represents hidden things. But I feel hidden things that are going to be exposed. So I hope you all enjoyed this little reading tonight. I want to send love and blessings to you all. Have a wonderful week. Happy October. Namaste.